Thanks for joining us on Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon. I'm Kara Sundland. We want to start with developing news at our state capitol, where the special session is now entering a second day today. It's now up to the Senate to pass everything the House passed yesterday. That will include emergency funds to address SNAP and Medicaid cuts, along with a controversial housing bill. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is now live at the state capitol, where the Senate has just started today's session. Susan.
Kara, good afternoon. It's going to be a long day here outside the Senate. That's because they have a number of bills to take up. The House voted on a numerous amount of legislation last night, and they were here actually until midnight. So that gives you an indication it could be a long day. One of the priorities for this special session was protecting things like Medicaid and SNAP benefits. They don't want to be, or lawmakers don't want to be, at the mercy of Washington during the government shutdown. We saw when it came to those SNAP benefits, they were on again, off again. So what lawmakers are voting on, and that passed the House last night, is to put $500 million into a special reserve fund to protect benefits like Medicaid and SNAP. They're also voting on a very controversial housing bill that did pass the House last night, but not without lengthy debate from Republicans. Connecticut does have a housing shortage, as you know, and the governor actually vetoed a housing bill that passed the legislature earlier this year, mainly because he got a lot of pushback from cities and towns who just felt that the state was taking away too much control. Now, Democrats say the new bill that's now being voted on is not only better, but stronger.
People need housing. End of sentence. We have to build more housing here in the state of Connecticut if we're going to grow our economy and if we're going to ensure that people have an affordable place to live. It should not have taken 10 months to get to this point where we have a bill, but we have a bill, and it's a good bill.
So the Senate will take up that housing bill today, and one of the things that Democrats are saying is that a lot more town leaders are on board with that housing legislation, including Republicans. However, there are Republican lawmakers who don't agree, who feel that the state is still going to have too much control. We'll have a lot more details on that later on Eyewitness News, plus legislation to curtail ICE activities in our state. Well, that got the thumbs up in the House last night, but that's also going to be debated here in the Senate today. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3, live at the state capitol.